When I entered the room, my heart dropped. All my clothes and accessories were gone. Panicking, I grabbed my phone to call the police. Just then, my mother-in-law laughed cruelly. "You're upset, aren't you?" she said. "Why would you say that?" I asked, shocked. She then told me something unbelievable. "I got rid of your things. They weren't needed anymore." I was speechless. Why would she throw out my things without asking? Just as I was about to confront her, she explained. "You've been staying here too long. I cleaned up to help you leave. Be grateful," she said. Her words were clear. She wanted me out. If she wanted that, I wasn't going to try to get along with her anymore. "Fine, I'll move out," I said. "Make it soon," she replied. "I just need a week to find somewhere else," I said. "Okay, but leave within a week," she agreed. I had a week to find a new place and plan my next steps. My name is Mary, and I'm a freelance illustrator. I started freelancing 3 years ago after finishing vocational school and working at an animation company. Eventually, I decided to go independent. My husband, Ken, was supportive and encouraged me to follow my dreams. "I'll support you no matter what," he told me. Ken and I had been together for years, and this year marked our 8th wedding anniversary. I was grateful for his support, especially as my freelance career started taking off. My income grew, and I started earning over $8,000 a month. Ken was proud of me. "You did it, Mary. You're amazing." While I didn't have much saved, I dreamed of buying a house and creating my own workspace. Our apartment was too small, and storing documents was becoming difficult. One day, Ken suggested we move in with his mom. "She has a spare room, and it's just her now. What do you think?" he asked. I was hesitant. "Is that okay?" Ken reassured me. "Yes, I already asked her. She said it's fine." It seemed like a good idea, so I agreed. 2 weeks later, we moved in with his mom. She greeted us warmly. "Welcome, Mary," she said. "I heard you're doing well as an illustrator." "Not really," I said modestly, "but thank you." She smiled and invited us to use the room. I felt comfortable and was excited to focus on my work. Little did I know, things were about to change. 3 months later, Ken lost his job. He came home and told me he'd been laid off. "I've been fired," he said. "Why? You've been working so hard," I said, shocked. "They said our department wasn't doing well. I had the choice of a pay cut or severance. It's downsizing," he explained. I felt bad for him, but now it was up to me to support us. I worked even harder, often from morning until night. By the end of the month, I earned more than I ever had before. "Ken, we don't have to worry for now. We made $440,000 this month. As long as we're careful, we'll be fine," I told him. He seemed impressed, but there was something off about his reaction. The next day, my mother-in-law started demanding more from me. "Come do the laundry," she ordered. "But I'm still working," I protested. "You've been quiet, but you're a daughter-in-law. You need to help around here," she replied firmly. I realized she had a point, so I agreed to do the laundry once I finished my work. However, her requests didn't stop. She began to make more demands, and I found myself overwhelmed with chores. I even had to wake up early to make breakfast, leaving me exhausted and unable to focus on my work. I decided to talk to Ken about it. "Your mom is treating me badly. I don't mind helping, but I can't focus on my work with all the chores," I explained. He shrugged. "Why don't you talk to her yourself? If it's too much, maybe you should move out. You have the money." I was upset. "Why are you saying that? I'm working hard while you're just sitting around." Ken didn't seem to care much, and we couldn't have a proper conversation. Days turned into months, and I grew more tired from the constant demands. Meanwhile, Ken still wasn't looking for a job. One day, feeling completely drained, I decided I couldn't take it anymore. I went to a park to clear my mind. "I understand. I'll move out," I said. "Good. Make sure you do it soon," she replied. "Please give me a week to find a new place," I asked. "Fine. You have a week, but make sure you're gone after that," she agreed. I quickly found a new place to move into. I had originally thought about getting a house, but in the end, I chose a fancy high-rise apartment to make a statement. I was leaving, not only my mother-in-law but also my husband, who had been relying on my income and showing no effort to find a job. Luckily, I had saved enough money before my income dropped, so I used that for the move. I signed the lease and was ready to go. When the week was up, I packed my things. On the day I was leaving, I filed for divorce from my husband. "Did you sign and send this back to court?" I asked. "Huh? What's this?" he said, confused. "This is a divorce paper," I told him. "Why are we suddenly talking about this?" "At first, I felt sorry for you when you lost your job," I explained. "But your refusal to find a new one, plus the way your mother treated me, made me question why I should stay married." "Does that mean you're leaving?" he asked, looking surprised. "Yes," I said firmly. "I'm leaving today." "Today? But where will you go?" he asked, his voice full of worry. "I've already found a new place," I replied. "You were the one who suggested I move out." "Are you really okay with this?" he asked, confused. I couldn't help but laugh. "Am I okay? I'm more worried about my future without you. I'm done." Finally, he agreed to the divorce, and I felt a sense of relief. Now, I needed to deal with my mother-in-law. Before I left, I confronted her. "Why did you make my life so hard? I never understood why you treated me badly, especially after I mentioned my income. Anyway, thanks for everything," she said, waving me off. "I'm just glad you're leaving. I won't have to see you anymore." I pressed her, "But why? Was it just because I made more money than Ken?" She explained, "I didn't like that you were earning more than him. You made $40,000 a month, more than your husband. A wife should earn less, so her husband doesn't lose face. Besides, even when he was struggling, he paid for everything. After he lost his job, I felt like he needed you to help more than I did." I was shocked. All of this because I was earning more money? I couldn't believe she thought my husband was paying all the bills. I couldn't wait to see how they managed without me. "Well, I get it now," I said coldly. "I'm leaving. Goodbye." With that, I left their house. On my way to my new luxury apartment, I stopped by the post office to send the divorce papers back to court, officially ending my marriage. When I got to my new apartment, I started settling in. It was big and had plenty of space for me to work. I was ready to focus on my career. A month later, I got a call from my ex-husband. I ignored it, busy with work, but he kept calling. Annoyed, I finally picked up. "What do you want?" "I'm busy," I said. "Mary, where are you?" he asked. "I'm at home, working." "What do you need?" I replied. "I need to talk to you in person." "Can we meet?" "I don't think we need to meet." "It's a hassle," I said, ready to hang up, but then I heard my mother-in-law's voice on the phone. "Mary, it's been a while. I need to talk to you," she said, sounding almost desperate. I reluctantly agreed. "Fine, but I don't want to go out. I'll send Ken the address." After sending them the location, I went back to work. About 30 minutes later, the doorbell rang. They were here. "So, this is your place." "It's amazing," they said. "If you just want to chat, leave. If there's something important, speak quickly," I said. Wait. "Open the door," they begged. I unlocked the door and let them in. A few minutes later, the doorbell rang again. "Please wait," I said, opening the door again to greet them. They were amazed by my apartment. "Incredible. It's like a hotel," they exclaimed. "Mary, you live in such a beautiful place." I was getting frustrated. "So, what do you want?" I asked. "If there's no real issue, please leave. You're interrupting my work." Then they started to panic. "Mary, we need your help. We can't pay our bills. Our electricity, gas, and water have been shut off. Can you help us?" I couldn't believe it. "Why should I help you?" I asked. "After everything you've done to me?" They tried to argue, but I cut them off. I worked so hard to get here. Even before the divorce, I was supporting you. You took advantage of me and never appreciated it. They didn't say anything, and I could see they were realizing they had no right to ask for help. This conversation is over, I said. If you come back, I'll call the police. Goodbye. I never want to see you again. They left, looking defeated. I was glad to be rid of them. About a month later, I was enjoying some free time when I saw my ex-husband and mother-in-law walking around outside my apartment. They weren't at my door, probably remembering my warning. I decided to keep an eye on them and called my ex-husband. What are you doing? I asked. We're just walking around, he said, sounding defensive. I can see you from here. Don't make me call the police, I warned. We're not doing anything wrong, he replied. Then why are you here? I asked. You came to ask for help, didn't you? Yes, but I just got a job as a contract worker. I haven't been paid yet. Can you lend me some money? He pleaded. I was fed up. It's good you found a job, but you can borrow from someone else, not me. Goodbye. About an hour later, I heard sirens. I looked out and saw them getting escorted into a police car. Someone must have reported their suspicious behavior. After that, I never saw them again. I deleted my ex-husband's contact information and focused on my work, moving forward with my life.